Very recently, I was in Ghana, and an old woman said, if we're walking on gold, why is it that we're so poor? What can you say to such a question?
There are about 50 to 60 countries in the world right now that are so-called resource-rich countries. They are extremely rich in oil, gas, and minerals, and yet half or more of their population lives below their poverty line. It's just not sustainable to have a situation of countries being mired in poverty. They can't continue to be dependent on aid. These resources present an opportunity that aren't going to be around forever. And we've got to act now before they're all exploited.
You see, abundance of misery is such a paradox. It ought to be the case that these revenues can transform the lives of the citizens. But then the opposite happens. It is the challenge to move the benefits of natural resources out of the hold of a smaller club of people and instead diversify the opportunity that it offers to a larger number of people. That's what will reverse the curse, and that's the most important issue of the day for minerals-rich countries.
I worked in the World Bank for 25 years. There I remember that in particular my wife Jutta, who was working as a doctor in Nairobi in various poor people's clinics, she began to criticize me that I was not doing anything against corruption. When she saw that I left in the morning in suit and tie to visit, say, the Minister of Health, she felt it was very uncertain whether I really would achieve something, while she knew that she would see 100 patients that day. And when we met in the evening, she would challenge me. She would say, hey, you have just given them a loan of $10 million. Where are the hospitals? Where are the nurses? Where is the medicine? Disappear somewhere. It became so bad that I felt that everything we were trying to do was undermined and was destroyed by grand corruption. I felt more and more under pressure to see whether something could be done.
My first work was basically to try and get the public procurement system of Nigeria working better. If countries don't have systems and procedures that would enable accountable and transparent use of resources, then the outcome would be not as great.
We noticed that the countries which are rich in natural resources were doing so badly. When we were trying to help in Nigeria, a country which has billions and billions of dollars of oil income. So we felt if we could at least create transparency about the income of the governments in these resource-rich countries, then their own people, their own parliaments, their own institutions could hold them accountable about what they were doing with this money. Therefore, we thought it would be relatively easy to simply talk to the companies and ask them to publish what they pay to the government. And in fact, we were quite successful. Tony Blair was very strong in supporting that. George Soros, a number of companies like Shell or BP, they very quickly said, yes, we are going to do that.